Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're having a great start of this weekend so far. Hope you had a good week. I mean, last week in terms of the crypto market, which is obviously the main topic I cover on this channel, was not that easy. A lot of people lost a lot of money, which is sad to hear. But hopefully you all got through the week relatively well. I would like to think that if you watch my videos, you would have expected at least that second dump. I mean, the dump on Monday, I thought, I'm not sure. I did not expect that for Ethereum, even though I did tell you Ethereum was relatively weak. But after that, it was to be expected, that dump on Thursday going into Friday morning. And then yesterday we had some recovery. But ultimately, in my opinion, talking about Ethereum, which is what we will do in this video, I still think Ethereum looks relatively weak. So yeah, I mean, for those of you who are new to these videos, oh, that's nice, the old Google logo. But one of the main things at this point of time that I'm very much watching is the Ethereum validator queue. So here you can basically see how much in ETH wants to become a validator, aka lock their ETH in this proof of stake system, stake their Ethereum, I should say, and validate the network, and how much Ethereum wants to exit being a validator, aka unstake their Ethereum for whatever purpose. Could be selling, so that's why I think this is one of the key things to watch. Because if all of this Ethereum is going to be sold, or if only a percentage of that is going to be sold, that is already, in my opinion, fundamentally bearish. But at this point of time, a lot of Ethereum, as you can see, since the 11th of September, wants to exit the validator queue. And that is, in my opinion, fundamentally a weight that's pushing on Ethereum and that's pushing it down. And I think that's confirmed with the technicals as well. If you take a look at the high time frame technicals here for Ethereum, while I add the volume back onto the chart, what you can see is that we have lost a 12-hour uptrend already with the spike down we had on Monday. We have lost a daily uptrend as well. So the best we can get right now, which I would say is actually most likely, is a consolidation. All right, and why I think that's most likely? Well, you know, we just spoke about some fundamentals that are quite bearish, right? So they actually exert quite a lot of bearish pressure. The reason why I think a consolidation is more likely is precedence, all right? So what has happened in the past? And if you take a look at the past for Ethereum, but also other major coins like Bitcoin, Solana, is that very often when they top out, they don't instantly get into a downtrend. All right, so what you can see right here is we topped out at 3,900 back in December 2024. You can see we had a pullback, all right? So that's also what's happening right now. But then after that, we consolidated from December until January, right? So for over a month. And now we have topped out the 23rd of August. I would argue, especially if you take a look at some other tops, because here we did not consolidate too much. I mean, we topped out early December, as you can see, and then we consolidated until, let's say, early February. After that, we spiked down a little bit more, but that was due to fundamentals. And now we topped out late August. So I would still expect some consolidation at least here for Ethereum if you just base it off of those things, right? I mean, very often you can see in the past as well that when we made a local high, also right here, we had some pullbacks. Definitely, that's also what we see right now, but ultimately we consolidated. I mean, here, March 2024, Ethereum basically consolidated from March until July. So I think that's quite likely. Now, does that mean that we can not drop down lower? No, I do think it's most likely we'll drop down lower. And does that not mean that we can spike down lower into an area, for example, right here towards 3,000? No, that's a possibility as well. We've had some major spikes with Ethereum, and that's also a possibility right now, given the uncertain fundamental environment. So what I expect for Ethereum, short term, I think we are still bearish. If you look at the 4-hour time frame, if you look at the 12-hour time frame, so I think we're at least going to push further into this level right here between 3,800 and 3,600. For now, I think that's going to be a local bottom, and that from there we can actually get some stability and also a move back into 4,100, hopefully 4,200. I wouldn't expect us to break above that unless we get some very good news. But a further pullback for now, under the current technical and fundamental circumstances, into stability is what I would say is most likely. So I'll keep you updated on this, certainly. If anything fundamentals comes out, I'll let you know. If the technicals change, I'll let you know as well. But for now, I think that is what you need to know. So thank you for watching. Take care, everybody, and bye.